This time, we didn't punt. We won it this time, baby. Enjoy the deck profile.
What's up, you guys?
Alright, you guys. This time, like I said, we did it. We won our UDS qualifier. I screwed up the last one I played. Didn't even top. It was terrible. My deck was bad. And, I just had a lot of bad luck. This time, I went in there. I played this monstrosity that is 46 cards. That's right, 46 cards. And I won the whole thing. I was insane. I played against Prank Kids, Sky Strikers, Cyber Dragons, and, believe it or not, a mirror match, which was kind of like a mirror match, so to speak. So it was crazy. I played Thunder Dragons, of course. I know you guys probably hate this. Don't click off the video. It's different. Trust me, it's different than what I played before. But there's a lanyard I got, top cut pin, very cute Karibo, and what I've been just striving to win, the winner's pin. So I'm very happy for that. And yeah, I played 46 card hand loop Thunder Dragons. That's right. I played Nishad Lorengo's list. Shout out to you. You probably won't see this video, but I got the idea to play the deck from you. Shout out Aaron McInnes, and then you, Furman, all those people played a 60 card version of this deck. I wanted to play 60 cards, but I couldn't get the rest of the cards, so I played 46. I'll show you guys what I played. If I could have played 60, I might have, but I'll talk about some things. Deck was insane. Deck just did wonders for me. I bricked a couple times, but other than that, it did what it needed to do. And I didn't loop people as much as you think. The most I looped someone for was 4 cards, but we didn't do it. So for the Thunder Dragons, 3 Dark, 3 Hawk, 3 Matrix, and 2 Roar. So reason for these ratios, if you guys haven't seen their deck profiles on Card Overflow, you should definitely check it out. But you play only 2 Roar because this card kind of sucks to draw, and you mostly just want to send it to the graveyard with like your starter cards like Solar, Armageddon Knight, you send it with Foolish Burial, etc. And you just want to banish it to get your combo started. Same thing with Goldstark. You play 3 Matrix because we are playing the Gumblar loop. I actually am playing Gumblar in my deck. First time ever. Only reason I'm playing it is because I love Thunder Dragons, and being able to play that and have Colossus as lockdown is nuts. You play 3 of this because when you summon your Snow on your opponent's turn to trigger Gumblar, you have to have the ability to add another card to hand to Gumblar for 2 if you don't have cards in hand, so you need this card. Hawk is the best one. Being able to summon back any of your guys, even if you get hand trapped, is great. I got hand trapped multiple times, and I was still able to play because of this card. This card is nuts. When this card got stopped, it really sucked. I actually lost against Prank Kids when he did that. Hand traps really do hurt this deck, but you have to just learn how to play through. And then this is pretty standard because it's it's the best one, and it summons from the deck. I played Dangers. My Danger lineup is pretty sucky, I'll be honest, because I couldn't get all the Dangers I needed. So I played 2 Nessie because I couldn't get a third. I played 3 Jackalope because it was the only one I could get a third copy of. And I got 2 copies of Tsuchinoko and 1 copy of Danger Mothman. Yeah, this is how horrendous my Danger lineup is. So the only reason is because I just couldn't get a third copy of Snake. I couldn't get a third copy of Nessie. And the only other one I wanted to play was Mothman because Chupacabra, I wanted to play it, but I felt like if I open with it, it does nothing for me if I hit it, if my opponent hits it, so couldn't do it. This was the best one because if it gets hit, I get to still kind of maybe mulligan a card, so it wasn't too bad. These cards are insane. Dangers are absolutely insane. I didn't realize how good they were. Playing them in this deck is nuts. They're just insane. They make Curious, which is one of the best cards in the deck, and I mean, they're just nuts. They do everything for you, and they draw just hella cards. So drawing hella cards, summoning, searching, or specialing from decks, searching, I mean, it's nuts. Dangers, oh my god, I honestly love the Archetype. Another really cool reason I want to play the deck is because you play 2 copies of Levianeer and 1 Diabolos. These cards are nuts. You also play 3 copies of Melody of the Awakening Dragon to search them. The reason why these cards are so good is because they help loop. And then they help loop because you Gumblar, and then when you summon this by banishing 3 Darks, you hit a card in your opponent's hand. When you summon this off of tributing a Dark monster, like a Thunder Dragon, to summon Colossus, little do you know, you summon this, and you hit another card. So basically, you Gumblar for 4, this 5, this is 6. You hit their whole hand. It's nuts. That didn't happen as much, but these cards are insane. This card's I used all of this, every single one of this card's effects. I hit a lot of cards with this, but Levianeer really was one of the MVPs. Shout out to my boy Gio. He got me my second one because I needed to play 2. I couldn't play the deck with just 1. This card is nuts because it doesn't target for any of its effects. Its main effect that when you're hitting the hand is you banish 3 Darks, and you shuffle you shuffle a card, and they shuffle it into the deck, so they lose a card. That's how you hit their hand. Its other effect when you banish Light and Dark is it hits 2 cards, and it doesn't target. So this was nuts. I was able to blow up back row with this. It was nuts to blow up monsters with this. It was great. Also being able to, I actually used its effect where you banish all 3 lights, and I was able to summon back a Thunder Dragon from my graveyard. It got ogred, but I still was able to summon a Thunder Dragon and make a second Colossus against Sky Strikers in the finals. So, card, definitely probably one of the MVPs and one of the best cards in the deck. That's it for like all the big monsters, dragons and whatnot. Then I have all my starter cards, my extenders, 3 solar, card's nuts, really, really good. 3 copies of White Dragon Wyva Buster and 2 copies of Collapse Serpent. I want to give a shout out to my boy Andres Espinoza. He was the one who first got me on 3 Wyva Buster instead of just 2 and 1. The reason is because you just want to see this card. This card with Roar is insane. This card with Dark is insane. It just gets all your combos started. These cards are nuts because they put bodies on board. They search themselves. They get cards to hand for Gumblar. They do everything. These cards are insane, like absolutely insane. I absolutely loved them. They were all fantastic. I'd even consider playing a 3rd copy of Collapse Serpent just because I really want to open with one of those guys because they really get your combo started. One of them, I played the 1 Armageddon Knight. The cards I couldn't get for the 60 card deck were a 3rd copy of Destrudo. I couldn't get Dark Greffers, and those would have been like other normal summons that I would have had in the deck, but Arma was good. Arma has versatility of being able to send Snow, being able to send Eclipse Wyvern, being able to send pretty much anything, so it was like a 4th solar that just had a little more utility minus the token generation, but it was still really good. Also a Dark for Curious. Best card in the deck. This card's always been insane for me, you guys know this. When I played 60 cards, I played 3 of them. This deck only needs 1 of them. Even in 60 cards, you only need 1 of them. That's pretty crazy. MVP. Card's insane. Point of the deck is it's like Snow Turbo. You send Snow to the grave as fast as possible. 1 Eclipse Wyvern, this is your other target. You banish either the Levianeer or the Diabolos, and then when you banish this, you add them back, and that's how you start looping. So, pretty crazy. And then the 1 Amber. I only drew this once. Only once. Every other time, Brilliant Fusion resolved. It was nuts. So that's it for the monster lineup. It's a ton. This deck is 46 cards. I believe this is 34 monsters, something like that. I think it's 34 monsters, but for the monsters, no hand traps. No hand traps because this is a combo deck, and I want to be able to, you know, open hands with all combo cards, and hand traps for this deck are just not combo cards, kind of similar to Rongo. Also, also not being able to like there were like a lot of hand traps I considered, but then I thought about it, like hand traps kind of suck against Sky Striker. They're not that great against Altergeist. The only deck they're really good against is Rongo, and I just sided for it, so that's what we did. And I didn't play any of the Rongo deck, luckily, but yeah. So spells, 3 Gold Spark, 3 Brilliant, 3 Melody. This card's nuts. Being able to add your guys is nuts. It's when you activate this, if you resolve this like ditching a danger or anything whatnot, you probably can Gumblar for all 6 because you will be able to set up the 3 dangers to make the Curious. You will be able to send the Snow, and you will be able to summon your guys. So that's how you loop for 6. Card's nuts. Card just kind of sucks in the mirror if they have Colossus, but I mean, it is what it is. Soul Charge, best card. Thunder Dragon Fusion. I know a lot of builds want to cut this card, but this card was actually really good for me. It being able to ditch it when you have a danger is nuts, because then next turn you have follow-up play. And worst case, it makes Titan, so Titan was solid. And then just 1 Foolish Burial to round out the deck. Yeah, it's a thick 46 cards. I thought about playing 50, then I was like, you know what, no. So yeah, that's the main deck. Going to the extra deck. Played 3 Colossus, 1 Titan. Pretty self-explanatory. When I played the Dino build, I hated 1 Titan, but I didn't hate it in this build because I really just am not going for Titan. My end goal is to put up multiple Colossus with like a Curious and Snow Engrave, and then the opponent really can't answer that. So that's why we did it like that. Then I did play both. I played both Prismora and Seraph Knight. I never summoned Prismora. I thought for sure I was going to need it. I honestly would cut it for maybe Saryuja or something else. I'm not sure what card actually. Like I need to like go back and forth and think. Like if I played the 60 card build, I'd probably play the Yazi and the, you know, the Yazi, the Mermere, the Brionek. So yeah, but Seraph Knight was insane. I made Seraph Knight every time I Brilliant Fusion because I wanted Snow in the grave. And if I already had Snow in hand, I sent Eclipse Wyvern, so card was nuts. Links, I played 1 Link Kribo, summoned it almost every game. I summoned one Space Insulator. I actually summoned this card a lot. It being a dark is so important because these 2 combined make Summon Sork. Also, this card is a dark for Curious. Really, really important. So I actually was really glad I played it. I played the 1 Reaper Dukas. I made this almost every game because when you're making that, you're making Summon Sork. Card is insane. Card is like a free Summon Sork, like honestly. 1 Phoenix utility card. 1 Unicorn utility card, summoned them all. I think I summoned everything in my extra deck except the Prismora. Summon Sork, card should be banned for sure. Probably my favorite card because I love Light Sworns. Curious, card is nuts. Send Snow, Mills cards. It does everything. This card is the best. And then one Gumblar. That's right. I joined the dark side. I played Gumblar. I didn't Gumblar people as much as you guys may think. I actually only Gumblar'd for 4 once, and I Gumblar'd I think I Gumblar'd maybe 3. I had weird iterations with this card, but I actually summon this card a lot because just it's 3,000, it's huge, and then being able to, put it next to Phoenix and stuff to just create more Link arrows was really good. And then one Borreload. I think I summoned this once, but yeah, I needed it because I played any mirror matches, and sure enough, I played a mirror match in top 8, but it just didn't come up, so that's it for the extra deck. And then just my side deck, Broken Token, shout out to Duel Links. We've got the Gamma Driver package and 2 Lancias for the monsters, for the hand traps. So I listened to a lot of deck profiles, and they said you want to have the most versatile hand traps. I played the Gamma Driver package because I felt it was going to be really good against Rongo. I felt that I could put it against pretty much everything. I only ever resolved it once against Prank Kids, and it didn't win me the game. I don't know if I'd still keep playing this. This was mostly for Rongo, but again, Artifact Lancia is really good against Rongo, really good against the mirror. I won my mirror match because of this card, because after he didn't affect it, just dropped it, and then he couldn't banish anything, so the card was nuts. Also really good against Rongo. You guys already know I stress about it a lot. So possibly I play a 3rd copy of this, and maybe Impermanences or something else, but yeah, that was it for the monsters. Then my spells were just 3 O's, 3 Twin, and 3 Book of Eclipse. The Twins were for Sky Striker, Altergeist. I didn't play any Altergeist, but I played Sky Strikers, and I ended up activating this card in Game 2 of the finals because I won the finals 2-0, and I was able to... I drew it off of a Danger that I summoned, and then I was able to search a Collapse Serpent and then twin his copy of There Can Only Be One in his other back row, so it was really good. And then I just rounded out with 3 Red Reboot because this is the one version of the deck next to Dinos that I feel like if you resolve this card against Altergeist and Trap decks, you can just kill them that turn. So it's pretty nuts. But yeah, we did it, you guys. We won a UDS qualifier. Nothing special. Was really glad to play. Really had a lot of fun. I think the pins are just really cool. I just like having stuff like that. But yeah, the deck was really solid. Definitely something I will continue. I really want to try to play the 60 card build with Destrudos and stuff like that, kind of similar to Jesse Cotton's list and similar to what Furman and all them played at the PPG Invitational thing. But yeah, I really like this version of the deck. I know Gumblar, I know Summon Sork, I know a lot of these cards aren't going to be around much longer, but for the time being, I'm actually enjoying playing them. Like I said, the only change I would make is to cut Prismora. It was... I just never summoned it, but, I learned a lot playing the deck, which is something, I want to stress to you guys, always try different versions of the deck. You guys probably noticed, Slim, how many freaking Thunder Dragon builds do you have? I have a ton, you guys. This has become, my favorite and honestly performed the best out of, all the versions I played next to Standard. Even when I played the Dino build and got top 4, I still punted in top 4 and the guy got destroyed. Brian destroyed me in top 4 like he did. It was terrible. That deck was just bad for me. And this time it just really this version came through, and I mean, it did it with no hand traps, which was nuts. It really spoke to me that maybe you don't always need hand traps to win, and the hand traps just aren't that good against certain decks. So by making the changes, I was able to be successful, and I'm very happy with it. I just wanted the points also for the UDS. I should have enough points for what I wanted. I should have over 200 points now, so very happy with the result. Again, my Danger lineup is, I know, really kind of sloppy, but what are you gonna do? So hopefully it looks better the next time we profile this with hopefully 60 cards. But it was just great. Shout out to everyone. You guys were great opponents. The matches were insane. Drew once with the Prank Kids and then beat the Prank Kids in top 4 because, man, it was hard, but it was an amazing event. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about the deck, be sure to let me know. Either hit me up on my socials or whatnot, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. Just really happy with it, and I'm going to continue playing it, and I will be bringing you guys more little tournament reports and profiles along the way. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.